Revelation 5:1-4. God gave countless prophecies to his prophets about the end time, but the full meaning of those prophecies was not to be revealed until the very last few years of Manasseh's allotted 6,000 years of self-rule. The prophet Daniel wrote many things concerning this end time, yet no one has understood the full meaning of those end-time prophecies because, like the 7 seals of Revelation, God purposed not to reveal the specific meaning until the end. However, many people have tried to explain what these prophecies mean, even though it has always been God's purpose to keep them closed-veiled until the end time. This is that time, and that is the very reason God has raised up a prophet to reveal what has, until now, been sealed. 63 Daniel wanted to know the meaning of what he had written concerning the end time, but notice what God told him. Go your way, Daniel, because these words are closed up and sealed until the end time. Daniel 12:9. Notice what John was told when he was weeping, because he could see no one who was found worthy to open the 7 seals. And one of the elders, one of God's 24 elders, said unto me, Don't ye weep, but behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, Jesus Christ, has prevailed to open the book, and to undo the 7 seals thereof. Revelation 5:5. The 24 elders then began to sing a song addressing Jesus Christ. You are worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof, for you were slain, and have redeemed them, the 144,000 who will return with Christ to God, by your blood, out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation. And you have made them unto our God kings and priests, and they shall reign upon the earth. Revelation 5:9-10. In his own time, God gave Jesus Christ the responsibility of opening the 7 seals. When Christ began to open those seals, he revealed their meaning to me, his servant, one of God's end-time prophets. The meaning of specific end-time events, and their actual occurrence on earth, could not be known until Christ began to open the seals. Again, 6 seals have already been opened, only 1 remains. 64 Division of the 7 seals. 6th seal contains 7 thunders. 7th seal is divided into 7 trumpets. 7th trumpet is divided into 7 last plagues. The 6th seal, the current period at the time of this writing, has 7 thunders that sound intermittently throughout this period, growing louder, even as they continue into the period of the 7th seal. There are 7 seals of the book of Revelation that are opened by Jesus Christ. The 7th seal itself is divided into 7 distinct periods of great physical destruction unleashed on the earth, and these events are announced by the sounding of 7 trumpets. The last 3 of the 7 trumpets are also referred to as the 3 last woes. The 7th trumpet sounds on the final day of the last 3½ years of great tribulation, and this 7th trumpet itself is divided into the 7 last plagues. 65 The 6th seal. We are, right now, in the time period of the 6th seal, with only 1 seal remaining to be opened. This book is being written toward the end of this period of time. There isn't much time left before the 7th seal will be opened, and the last 3½ years of Manasseh's rule will be brought to a close. This prophetic time, which is recorded throughout the Bible, is described as the worst time of destruction and death the earth has ever witnessed. Before that last seal is opened, you need to know what is happening now, and why, so that you can come to understand what you must do to better prepare for what is coming next. This current time, within the duration of the 6th seal, is a time of transition between events that specifically concern the Church of God, the completion of a spiritual phase, and the prophetic events that are beginning to unfold, to be unveiled, in physical destruction on the earth, the beginning of a physical phase. This is the period of time of escalating physical destruction, which is best depicted as a pregnant woman in labor pains. The period of the 6th seal is of great meaning to God, because during this time he will complete a work that he has been doing throughout the past 6,000 years. During those millennia, God has been preparing his own government that will rule this earth after the return of Jesus Christ. Throughout the entirety of the past 6,000 years, God has been continuously calling those whom he would prepare to be part of that government, those who will reign with Jesus Christ when his kingdom comes to take control of all rulership over the earth. Before that 7th seal can be opened, this great work of God must first be finished. 66 When the seventh seal is opened, 7 trumpets will sound consecutively, each one announcing a new phase of destruction. The sounding of the first 4 trumpets primarily concerns the demise of the United States, although other countries are also going to suffer mightily at the same time. John spoke of this time. And when Jesus Christ had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I, John, saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Revelation 8:1-2. This will be covered more thoroughly later, but this account is the beginning of the description of those 7 angels to whom the 7 trumpets have been given. When they sound their trumpets, very specific events of horribly destructive power will be unleashed upon the earth. But it needs to be noted here that the first 4 trumpets announce massive destruction, which is first and foremost upon the United States and her closest allies. These first 4 trumpets of the 7th seal have been mentioned, so that you can better understand the flow of events which unfold during the 6th seal. Now, for a more complete picture, let us back up and notice what is said to these first 4 angels of the 7th seal, before they are allowed to sound their trumpets, which result in the demise of the United States. And I, John, saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth, and the sea, the angels with the first 4 trumpets of the 7th seal, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them who were sealed, and there were sealed 167 and 44,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Revelation 7:2-4. John saw this angel, who is pictured as the one who carries God's seal that is to be set upon those who are to be part of God's kingdom. This angel has a job to complete, and he has a message to the first 4 angels of the 7th seal. He told those 4 angels that they must wait until his job is completed, before they could begin to sound their trumpets. Those being sealed who are these 144,000 who are to receive God's seal. And what does this mean? There have been numerous theological ideas about who this 144,000 might be, but as always, man's religion is wrong. The problem with man's religion is that he does not understand the purpose and plan that God is working out on this earth. The refusal of religious scholars to be truthful with these verses has only helped to keep traditional Christianity in darkness. Much of the problem with scholars is that they believe now is the time that God is desperately trying to save the world. By this and other false presumptions, they picture God as being very weak and somewhat powerless to save mankind. This is a damnable perversion of what is true. God is almighty. In this world's theology, Satan is shown as being more powerful than God, since he is pictured as keeping most of the world away from worshipping God. This shows the depth of the blindness that theologians and biblical scholars have, because God is not at work trying to save the world at this time. As this book will show, God's awesome plan of salvation, that is to be offered to mankind, is far beyond the grasp of scholars and theologians to understand. 68 Today, without exception, every theologian and scholar of the Bible is fully blind to the truths of God. This is part of the mess that God is getting ready to correct through his 2 end-time witnesses. God is going to make a clear distinction between what is true and what is false, who is true and who is a liar. The truth is, God has not called or worked with very many people over the past 6,000 years. Even in the time of Jesus Christ, only a few believed the truths of God, and most certainly the scholars and religious teachers were not among them. There were thousands of Pharisees and Sadducees, but they did not believe God. They preached about God and those things contained in the writings of the law and prophets, but they did not believe what God said. The same problem exists today.